Hello and welcome to Soup Crafts. I am Soup, and today we are going to open number 6 of our 12 days of Christmas. This is a chunky little package. All right, let's see what we got. So chunky, so chunky. Oh, is that glitter? Dazzle dust, it says. Dazzle dust in sterling, 14 karat, and starlight. It looks like a pretty fine glitter, which is good. I like fine glitter, maybe. I'm not the biggest fan of glitter, but we'll see what we can do with this. I'm going to think about this for a little while, and when I come back, we'll make a project. Okay, I've got a project for our day 6 glitter. In addition to the glitter, we will be using the Gina K tiny tags that we got in day 5, as well as the Merry and Light stamp set from Simon Says Stamp and Gina K Designs. And we'll be using the Wishing You a Holiday Season Filled with Love. I'll also be using this tree die, which I got in a Spellbinders card kit, I believe from 2022. I did play around a little bit with this glitter, and yeah, here's what I did. Because it was called dust and glitter is plastic, I thought, oh, I'll see if it could heat emboss, and spoiler alert, it cannot. So then I tried this one, and I just used glue around the edge and then dipped it in the glitter, but my fingers got in the glue, and I got glue on the tag, and so I got glitter on the middle of the tag. And then this one I tried just doing one section at a time, but then the glue was still wet, so I couldn't do that section, and I thought I was done with that. I was done with the gluing method at that point. I did try using some tape, which this method, I didn't mind this method as much. I am not a fan of the glitter. I don't know if you can see, but it is all over my hands now just from touching this, and I do not like that. I will probably have to pause this video and wash my hands several times while we're doing this today. Anyways, this is just double-sided tape, and then I stuck the glitter in it. On this one, I did one glitter at a time. I think I did the silver, and then I went back and did the gold. So we'll be using a method similar to this one for our project today. It is very shiny. It is fun to look at, but I do not like this glitter. I'm not a fan of glitter. I am not a fan of loose glitter being on me and all around my surface. This is the project we're going to make today. It is a 4-bar card, and on the inside it says, Wishing You a Holiday Season Filled with Love. I'm going to start with my cutout tree. I just looked through my paper pads until I found a green that I liked. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one I took this out of. It was one from Michael's. So I'm going to start by drawing a line, essentially that would be like a line of lights or a line of garland or something like that on my tree in pencil, just so I've got a template. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying. And I'm just kind of going back and forth in a little swooping motion. These geese represent one of the most fundamental concepts in theology, the 6 days of creation. In this symbolism, the geese, which are actively creating life by laying eggs, mirror the productivity and bounty of God's work in establishing the world. I won't be able to go back in and erase this, so I'm going to go over the top of it with a memento pen. If you're enjoying this Christmas history or find inspiration in this project, please let me know by tapping that thumbs up icon. Next, I'm going to take these pop dots and line them up along the line like baubles or lights. I think I got these dots off of Amazon. A gift of sustained provision and domestic wealth, the geese a-laying were incredibly useful and valuable gifts in the past. They provided not only food in eggs and eventually meat, but also feathers, which were essential for filling pillows and bedding. So whether viewed symbolically as creation or practically as sustained provision, this gift was a true sign of wealth and generosity. This package of foam creative sheets came in my Trinity stamp socks, so I used that to cut out some stars from my stash so I could have a star on the top of the tree. For the star, if you had a single star die, you could also use this and line it up in there. And honestly, even with the star die that I had, you could still do that. You'd just get one star and, cut through your foam. Okay, here comes the messy part. So I've covered my work area with some scrap paper, and I'm just going to take the gold and dump some out in a pile here. I'm going to start by just doing the star. It sticks over a little bit on the side, so I'm going to do the front and the back, and that will keep that part from being sticky while I don't want it to be. Then I will remove the backing off of all of these baubles.
The actual sixth day of Christmas falls on December 30th. This day commemorates the feast of St. Egwin of Worcester, an Anglo-Saxon bishop who died in the 8th century.
Okay, now I'm just going to start dipping it in my pile. And then I'm going to do my best to get all of the excess glitter off.
Unlike the violent events of the preceding days, St. Egwin's story is associated with his dedication to the church.
I think I'll just rub this with a paper towel instead of my fingers.
He is famous for founding Evesham Abbey, a major religious center in medieval England.
Okay, and now it feels like the glitter is pretty well stuck on there. I don't feel any sticky areas, so that's good. I had some panels left from the spatter page that I did for yesterday's project, and so I'm using that. If you want to know the colors that I used for this, watch this video. This panel is cut to 4 by 2.5, and I've got some white gold shimmer paper from Michaels. That's why I chose to use the gold. The back of the white shimmer paper is just paper.
St. Egwin founded Evesham Abbey around the year 701. It is said that he once sailed on a boat down the river Avon and symbolically threw the keys to the abbey into the river to renounce his earthly power. Later, a fisherman caught a large salmon, and when it was cut open, the abbey keys were miraculously found inside its stomach. This cemented his legendary status.
Now we'll just trim off the excess. I cut the little swoopy hill with a die from my stash. I think that it came from the dollar store, actually. Oh, looks like this needs to go down a little bit further. Let's see if I still have time. Nope, it is where it is. I might trim that off too. I'm just going to leave it. It's a handmade card. Is that an excuse to be lazy? I don't know.
If you're interested in seeing more of my content, or to find out if I'll continue my lazy ways, please consider subscribing so you can always find me in your subscription list.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and center this. And then I think I'll go ahead and glue this on. I'm going to put that about right there. This Merry Christmas came from this Concord and Ninth set called Winter Wonderland.
By day 6, the initial shock of Christmas was over and the celebrations continued heartily. Historically, this point in the 12 days was dedicated to sustained merrymaking and social calls.
And I'll trim the excess off here.
Feasting and dancing were common, and the gifts of geese and other fowl would have been actively consumed at this time. It marks a return to the joyful, celebratory spirit of the holiday season.
I think I want my tree over on this side, kind of next to the hill. Could put it centered, but I like it better when it's off to the side, kind of. I think I'll go with about there.
Since day 6 falls right in the middle of the 12 days, it was a prime time for the continuation of medieval Christmas revelry.
Okay, now I'm going to glue this onto my card base. The card base is the same color as the inner mat, without the splatter.
By this point, the Lord of Misrule, a temporary figure appointed to preside over the festive chaos, would be orchestrating plays, games, and large-scale parties within noble and royal households. Entertainment often involved costumed processions called masks and musical performances, keeping the general mood lively and focused on socializing.
What do you think? Should I have trimmed that off? Okay, now I have my inside panel. This panel, as well as this white one, these panels are 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And the card base is a 5 by 7, that is folded in half to make a 4-bar card.
I'm glad we're back to festivities. Tell me in the comments, were you as surprised as I am that there were somber days during the 12 days of Christmas? If you are enjoying this series, please let me know by tapping that thumbs up icon. And if you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing so that you can always find me in your subscription list.
Okay, there's our card, full of glitter on the inside and the out. You'll be seeing glitter on my hands for the next 6 days, probably. Thanks for watching. Bye.